Um, I got started much later than than I have been for the past like however much amount of time. Sorry about that. If for those of you who are waiting, I yeah. So the order of business for today, I actually yeah I'll start the script, but I'm probably going to restart the script pretty soon after starting it, just because the first thing I want to work on today, I think, is balancing the balancing the level progression. I don't think I'm going to change it much. I think I'm just going to like smooth it out a little bit because not long ago I switched to a different I switched from like completely like calculating the level thresholds to like hand tuning some of them, and that opened up a lot of stuff that I can do now with the script that I haven't done yet with the script. So, uh, yeah, I should probably do some of that stuff I can do now. Now that it is my prerogative and I can do it. Specifically, well, actually, here I'll put up the sheet where oh yeah, this is what I was waiting for. Is these level thresholds here? Yeah. See, so far, so like right now they go. They're still a little bit wonky. They're like hold on, let me open a new. Oops. Yeah, a new text pad here. So yeah, so the level thresholds now go 0, 1, 2, 4, 7, 21, 39, 58, 80. It's not as bad as it sounds because these aren't like. It's not like you need 4 experience to get to this level from the previous level. You only need 2 experience to get to this level from the previous level. And you only need 3 because it's just the difference in levels. Like these are the sums of experience that at which like each of the levels are reached. So it's I mean so it doesn't yeah it like well, you might notice here is that it goes up really fast. And I don't want it to go up quite this fast. I want it to ease in a little more. So yeah, right. So I have this other sheet where I have like the formula for how this stuff kind of works. Where is that? It is. Oh, yeah, there's this one here. Sorry. No, I was just thinking about. Like whether I actually couldn't just accomplish a lot of this stuff with the formula. Because one of the things that I haven't really done yet is just add in a flat offset for just like a flat offset across the board. So I'm gonna add that in and see what that does. Here, I'm gonna move these numbers. If I move these numbers, will it break everything? Nope. Okay, that worked. So I'm just gonna say well, I'm gonna call this plus. I'm gonna call both these things plus. And then, so this last term will be plus this term here, which isn't a thing yet. And I just changed this one from plus to minus, so I'm going to change this one to, or I changed it from minus to plus, so I'm going to, just to keep it consistent, I'll invert that. Whoops, no, what? Propagate the formula, please, if you would be so kind as to do so. Oh gosh, how far does this go? Alright, it doesn't even need to go that far. But whatever. Alright. So yeah, what if I did keep a formula? Like, so what if this is like, I don't know, like, oh wait, this formula that I have here already doesn't invert cleanly. So no, it wouldn't be keeping a formula to make this other change. Yeah, right, no, I mean, I might be able to simplify this in such a way that I could turn it back into a formula. But is that even really necessary? I don't think it's that highly advantageous. No, I just want to, I think it'd probably just be better to just like, literally like write it out by hand. So, yeah, so the, what is it? It's, oh, how do these numbers correspond to, did I tweak the numbers? Like, this might not be the same formula. Let me just see how these numbers line up. 62, is this on the list? No, it's not. It's like these numbers are close, they're just not quite the same. These ones are slightly lower for some reason. Hold on, let me double check what formula I'm using, in fact. Alright, so it's 0.75, 20, and 30. I thought that's what I had plugged in here. 0.75, 20, and 30. Did it get messed up when I inverted it for some reason? I don't see why it should have. Oh, maybe it's this plus D2 term? What if this was 0? Is that? Yeah, I mean, it should have been reading at 0. I don't know why these numbers didn't come out quite the same. I mean, these first ones didn't come out the same because I'm manually changing them. But, like, why did the rest come out weird? I wonder. Yeah, okay, so this is... Whoa, wait a second. Why is this 28 and this is 31? Why is there variability there? I'm thinking these formulas are just messed up somehow. I don't know how exactly. Oh, no, I know what it is. It's because I forgot to... Yeah, I know what it is. It's because I forgot to set this to be... Or I forgot to set this to be... to reference the specific cell. It was sliding, and so it was picking up these numbers above it. Alright, so that's better. Yeah, I was like, what is going on there? Something's not quite right. Alright. Doop-a-doop. Don't mind me just propagating this. Oh god, are you serious? Why did it go back all the way to the top? Why did you do that? Why? Why? Why would you do that to me? Oh gosh, stop! Stop, you terrible jerk! You evil machine, what are you doing? Alright, so it's... Whatever, I don't care about if it propagates all the way. Well, no, I'm gonna mess myself up with it if I don't propagate it all the way. Someday I'm not gonna remember that I hadn't propagated it all the way, and I'm gonna accidentally rely on those numbers and not realize what the heck is going on. Alright, so this should be good then. Yeah, okay, so what we have here is should now correspond. So like, yeah, so 20.9 whatever rounds to 21. So actually I guess I can just yeah, decrease the number of decimal places. Yeah, there we go. Oops, no. There we go. Yeah, so now they should line up. Oh no, they might be slightly off still, so actually never mind. Undo. Undo. Alright. So, right, but these are roughly the same numbers. This is just like a rounded or floored version, or seal. This is like the seal version or something. I forget. So yeah, some of these are overridden. Like for example, this one I overwrote with 0. This one I overwrote with 1, 2, 4, 7. Oh, oops. No, I'm going one place too high. No, because 1, because 0 is not actually on this list. 4, 7. But then yeah, so this is like how much experience it takes to get to the next level. Oh, this one can just equal that. So yeah, it only takes 1 experience to get the first level. It only takes 1 experience to get to the second level. It only takes 2 experience to get to the third level. It only takes 3 experience to get to the fourth level. But then all of a sudden it takes 13 experience to get to the next level. So that's what I kind of want to smooth out a little further. So how am I going to do this exactly? I think I'll alright, so I should be doing this the other way, so I could just plug the numbers on this side, but whatever, I can just do a simple arithmetic to plug them in the other direction. Alright, so what if this one was 5, so like 12? And what if this one was yeah, because see, if I just smooth out the bottom of the curve, it makes this weird lump in like where I'm trying to smooth it out, because like, right, like this 26 is only going to get bigger. Like once I drop this 26 down to like, I don't know, like 8 or something to make it smoother, this 19 is going to jump way up. So yeah, so let's say I make this 8, right? So 8 plus 12, so this would be 20. Then all of a sudden the 19 jumps up to 37. So I'm just kind of like pushing it off. So what I have to do is once I get like the curve close to correct, I have to adjust the formula underneath to get it to like line up, because basically like there's gonna be like that, yeah, there's gonna be that little ripple. Am am I? Okay. I was like, was this on face cam? I forgot. I switched it over. All right, but I think we're good. Yeah. So sorry. So what then? What did I name this stream today? Not that it matters, but for whatever reason, I'm just curious about that. I can't recall. It was something stupid. So all right. Okay. So yeah. So 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. That seems okay because we're trying to like ramp into like higher numbers. Huh. Yeah, these numbers themselves ramp pretty fast at first, and they slow down, like that. Yeah, I guess like the overall effect, I'll kind of want it to be like a slow curve up, and then like a kind of a curve back down, kind of. Is that really what I want? Yeah, because it's supposed to like at a certain point, it's supposed to like take a little bit of something to level up. But like the first few levels, like they're not really impressive. They're not super impressive. They're not like mind-blowing levels. So it's okay to like skip through those ones, and then it gets a little cooler later on, I think, depending on your perspective. Uh, okay, so let's say so I might even be able to amp this up a little bit more, like maybe yeah. So maybe this actually should be like 3, right? And then this could be instead of 4, this could be 6, and then I could just like yeah for the first few levels it could, and then maybe this one could even be like 5. Maybe this is a little bit better. And then what like so 1, 2, 3, 5, and then we can jump to 8. So 19, and then yeah. So wait, hold on. What if this was formulated? What would this have been before? Yeah. So I mean that's still too big of a jump, but I think this is getting a little bit better. So after 8, let's hop right to like 11. So 32. Or wait, I'm not good at math. 29 apparently. Or no, I'm still not good at math. 30. All right. And then we can jump to like 15. So 45. And yeah, so we still have that wrinkle, but this is a little more realistic. So we're getting up to like. So oh yeah, so what if we just brought it down a little bit? How do we do? What's the best way to bring this down? I think this number, right? So what if this is 31? See that? Yeah, that almost alleviates the wrinkle. What if this is 32? Whoa, what? Oh, I made it positive 32. What if it was negative 32? I was like, what just happened? Yeah, so okay, so now it ramps together. I don't necessarily just want to bring the curve in that direction though, because that would make all the levels lower, like all the levels easier. And I'm not actually trying to rebalance the game overall. I'm just trying to smooth out the front end. So to compensate, I think I'll click one of these up slightly, and I might. Let me think. All right, actually, I should have checked. All right, so how many spaces are we going with this? We're iterating up to level 100. Yeah. So level 100 in the old system was 6190, and I don't necessarily want to change that especially much. So level 100 in the new system. Oh, so it didn't actually affect it that much. I did actually want to tune up the top end slightly though. Overall, I actually wanted to affect the top end upward slightly because I brought it down a little while ago, and I think I brought it down a little too much. So, when I brought it down, I gave everyone free experience as like to bring so as not to basically to offset whatever experience they might have lost, or like whatever hypothetical experience they might have lost in the rebalance, but. I'm not gonna go back and take that away. I'm gonna let everyone keep the free experience, of course, because that's yay free experience. thank you for helping test. But let me see. I don't know what I want this to be exactly. I think I want to be. Actually, wait, hold on. Is there some way to freeze the panes or something? Because it'd be really helpful if I could lock, just so I could see like the top. I don't know. I guess maybe you can't do that in format. No, view. Oh, freeze rows. Yeah. Freeze one row. Yeah, there you go. All right, cool. So now I can look down at the, oh, that can go away. Why is this all big? Oh, I know why it was all big. That can be normal size. Actually, yikes. I don't know if you guys can read that. Maybe it was better when it was big. Hey, Vengalinksy, how's it going? Welcome. Oh yeah, hey, Jocko. I said I was going to show you my, my headset on stream. Here's my headset. Hold on. Here's my headset. It is. Oh wait, hold on. I can't tell if I'm showing it on stream. Okay, so here's my headset. It's nice. It's like they're simple, straightforward. They just. I'm still holding them backwards. There's like there's the microphone piece, and it folds up nicely. They're comfortable. They're pretty simple. They don't like. They're not the kind that like go crazy on your ears. Like they don't like cover your entire head. But they, when you're wearing them, like. You hear what you want to hear, and you don't hear much of what you don't want to hear. So, I don't know. They're good in that way. I like them. I never use them because I shortly after I got them, I got for my birthday. I got speakers. Like I've never really had a good pair of speakers. I like always used headphones, and then someone got me a nice pair of speakers, and I was like, oh. Well, these are wonderful. I'll just use the speakers. Like if it was noisy here, I could always switch over to the headset, But it's pretty quiet where I am, so I don't think we have to worry much about background noise. All right. Yeah. I forget what I don't like have any of the packaging or any of the information about what type of headphones those are, but I know that the brand is Sennheiser and that they've always worked well for me. So I don't know. I guess that's why I'd recommend them. All right. So yeah, so I want to bring this number up slightly, and I think the way to do that is to kick this number up slightly. Oh, you know what? I'll have to be careful though about. Wait, let me just see what these changes do. I forget how this formula works. So, whoa, oh shoot, I hit enter, and so it like moved my cursor and stuff. All right, so yeah, so tweaking this one up just, so kicking this number up just like stretches out the whole curve. It just like scales it up basically, and then bringing this one down I think does the same thing, but I don't know, I kind of like the relative. I think I like the shape of the curve. Yeah, so this number affects more the shape of the curve, and I think I don't feel like changing the shape of the curve. I think the shape of the curve is actually okay. Like it's like, at the higher levels, at each level it gets, each level takes a little bit more experience than the previous one for the most part. Not every level takes more, but like, it's like, these levels take about 80, or this one takes about 80 experience, this one takes about 81, this one takes, so it's not like going up by a point every level, but I kind of like how it looks for the most part. I've actually never seen it graphed, so I don't know. It might look, maybe I should graph this stuff to be, oh, whoa, how'd this get up to 35? Oh, right, because I bumped it up again. Oh, yeah, all right, so I'm not going to, yeah, I have to tweak these numbers a bit, because since I bumped the other one up, I have to bring this one down a little further. Slightly further. So if it was like negative 33.5, yeah, that's pretty good. And I think that won't have as much of an effect up here, so if we look back up here, level 100, yeah. I might tweak it a little bit higher, just slightly. Because it's easier to give experience than, and I don't take it. I am climbing stairs, Doge man or Doge man. That that is why I am bobbing up and down. So, yeah, I'm going to tweak these numbers up just slightly higher. So this one will be 22-ish, which means I have to bring this one down to like, what, like negative 33, no, negative like 34. like negative 35. Negative 35 is close, so like negative 35.3. That's almost exactly right, but I'll like say like 0.35. Yeah, that looks good. Oh no, actually it should be slightly lower than that. Now that I think about it, no, it should be closer to like 4. Actually, even slightly, even slightly more. So like 4.5. No, I'm not nudging it by enough. It needs a bigger kick. It needs to go to like 0.6. Even bigger than that. I'm being way too careful here. So maybe even 36. Yeah, that's okay. There we go. So what did I do overall to level 100? Yeah, so level 100 takes a little bit more experience, but I think that'll probably be good. And I'm rebalancing the game a bit, just a little bit, but no one loses any progress. Like no one loses any levels at all. It's all completely consistent. In fact, I think people actually gain a little bit of experience because of how I set up the rebalancing system. Jocko, are you trying to scam people? Jocko, if you tell people to put their passwords between 2 slashy symbols, I'm going to permanently ban you from the channel forever. Don't do that. Don't type confidential information into chat. Jocko is lying to you. There's nothing in chat that like makes weird things disappear. You scam artist. So all right, Jocko, I've been avoiding the issue, but I'm probably never going to give you a sword because I don't think you're. I only give swords to people who are like really good chatters, and you skirt the line of like troll way too much. So I'll be honest, I don't think you're ever going to get a sword. I mean, you could prove me wrong, but I just don't anticipate that ever happening, which is why I've been quiet on that issue. Okay, there it is. So yeah, what's so this formula's good? I might tune it up just slightly further, just a little bit, just like 24 maybe, and then of course I have to do this again, so this will go up to like negative 40. Oh, maybe I went too high with 24. 24 might be too high. How high did 24 put it? What is level 8? Hold on, let me look up what level 8 is. Because, like, this might still be too soon to be getting, to be ramping up this high. So I might actually want to change the shape of the curve. Dogeman, that's your second warning. The last time you're gonna get permabanned. I'm sorry, but that's just you said you're under like extenuating circumstances where you know it's difficult for you to participate in chat, but unfortunately I can't factor that in because if it's in a situation where you're unable to participate in chat, then the solution there is actually that you have to not participate in chat. And I'm sorry that that's the case, but you're not allowed to say that about people. Actually, unfortunately, because of the severity of what you said, I think I'm actually going to affect the permanent ban now. So you're welcome to watch, but you're not allowed to participate like that. So I'm sorry. Jocko, I apologize for that person's behavior. Whoa, you too. Sorry. So yeah, guys, like that's just horrible. You're horrible people. So like instead of chatting, like work on yourselves. You're welcome to watch, but like get better. Get well soon. I really hope that you guys can become like good people someday. You're not right now. You're horrible people. I don't mean that as like judgmental. I just mean it as I'm literally just this is what happened. Horrible people just spoke in chat and they are you. So yeah, okay. Moving on. Yeah, Jocko, sorry that those things were said about you. Those things are horribly inappropriate. So okay, Oh yeah, okay. So I was gonna look up before I got distracted. I was gonna look up the level thresholds for this stuff. Uh, so level 8. So this is like level 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boots in red. Yeah, I guess by level 8 it can get a little steep as to how much experience it takes to get each level. So that's not too bad. This might be okay. Yeah, level 8 is right around the time that like the upgrades are a little bit cooler. And so this could actually be good. I'm going to try this. All right, so the new numbers are 0.75, 24, and negative 40, or positive 40, because I wrote it backwards. So this one's 40. This one is, what did I say, 25 or 24? I forget, 24. I have a really short-term memory. 24. All right, cool. Oh, yeah. And wait, I'm doing more overrides, too. Right, because we're not actually using the formula for, what is it? Now, it used to just be for the first several, but now it's like, so 0, 1, this is where it gets weird. That's where it gets back to formula. Oh no, this is actually a formulated value. That's funny. 64 is actually a formulated value. It's just a very round-looking formulated value. All right, so this is the new ramp. So I'm just going to put this here for a moment so I can, when I go back to the script. Sorry, I'm going to put it off screen, but I can still see it. So that when I go back to the script, yeah. So this part here is basically the part where we're doing the manual override. So it used to be 0, 1, 2, 4, but now it actually goes 0, 1, 3, 6, 11, and I can extend this override as far as I feel like it because the rest of the calculation just goes from wherever I leave off, and it just picks up with the formula. So 30, 19, 30, 45. All right, and then so I'm going to restart the script. I guess now is fine time as any. Sorry, I'm just going to bring the script down for a little bit. And when it comes back, it should be using the new number values. So everyone will notice that they got a slight bump to experience just magically for free. Enjoy it. Oh, were we in the middle of an event? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Sorry, you're working around the chat filter, and like I just can't. I'm sorry, like. Please don't work around the chat filter. That's actually a violation of the Twitch terms of service, so you can get not just banned from the chat channel for doing that, you can get banned from Twitch for doing that. So please don't work around the chat filter. You got permanent banned. If you need to appeal that, like do it in another channel, or like, you know, maybe even just like I suggested, don't come back to chat. Like spend this time, like the time that you would spend in chat, instead spend that time like working on yourself. Like practice saying nice things. I know this sounds weird, but literally, like, saying nice things is a skill just like anything else. You have to practice it in order to be able to do it. So please practice it. You seem to be slightly lacking in that regard. As a judgment, it's just you seem to have plenty of practice being a horrible person and not enough practice being a nice person. So please, if you would. Okay. So yeah. I'm guessing you probably didn't see any of that because I'm sure once I banned you, you probably just rage quit, but whatever. Someday I'll find a way to get that message across. Someday. What was I working on? Oh yeah, okay, so we're just waiting for the script to cool off a second, and then when we bring it back up, we'll check the numbers just to make sure that, you know, the formulation worked as intended. And so that was just like a little aside, right? And then so in terms of like what else we want to work on today, I probably want to, who wrote this? Oh, that's another quick thing. So you know what? I'm actually going to plug this in real fast. I have to do two quick things in order to plug this other thing in. So we now have oh right, and so actually yeah. So hold on, so who wrote this and the quill bonus? I have to make the quill bonus now. Oh, but why didn't that go in here? So I need to do who wrote this, and I need to do the quill bonus because we have user generated User generated. Yeah, that was the same person that I just banned twice in a row. He's banned Jocko, so please don't talk to him. I'm just gonna rinse your chat. Nothing personal. So yeah, so these two things are up first because they're now pertinent. They're now salient and relevant. And then I'll probably get back to writing branching quests. I feel like I should just write more branching quests. I feel like the mode is to like power in, like to like really dig my heels in and write all the branching quests. Plus, like by the end of yesterday, I was actually like starting to really get into it. What do I study? I study everything. I study like everything I don't understand. Like basically, I just like I know this isn't the answer to the question that you're expecting, but I go through life. You know, I try and like take on challenges that I think will be interesting, and then whenever I hit a stumbling block, that's when I take a moment to study. So it's like, yeah, I don't like go out of my way to study any particular thing, but if but like, I mean, just by going down a path you've never gone down before, you're gonna encounter things you don't understand or you've never seen before, and so that's what I study. But if you're assuming that I'm in school, you're mistaken. I'm not in school. Okay. Oh right. So yeah. So this quick thing that I was going to do. I'm going to capitalize these folders appropriately. Whoops. Why did you not change? I literally just changed you. Change. When I say change, change. Why are you not capitalizing? Oh, caps lock is on. Okay. That's delightful. How many people can we ban today? Maybe we'll set a new record. Yeah, Doop-a-doop. Sorry about that, Jocko. You seem to be a popular guy today. I can't prevent them from saying those things, but I can punish them when they do, so I have your back, but I'm sorry I can't. Yeah, no, I'm sorry it's only responsive. It's not proactive. So yeah. Oh, so in case it wasn't clear, Lorraine, you're permabanned. RTS Louis or Ayui, you only got a 24-hour ban because you didn't use bad language. You were just being rude. So good luck with that. Okay. So I have to rinse your chat now, Jocko, because come on, seriously, get together. I don't want to, but if like I might have to give you a 24-hour ban. I mean, like, I don't have to, but, like, again, it's just, like, I can't spend all my time moderating the chat, because if I spend all my time moderating the chat, I don't do any dev, so... Great, okay. I really wish I could just turn off chat. Like, if I could stream with chat just disabled, that would be really great. The people who need to contact me can contact me the way they need to contact me. So, you guys, what was it gonna do? Yeah, all right. So I was gonna implement this feature, if I could, if that's okay with you guys. So, right. Okay. So we have a concept of the player's name, and now, and now what? When we are putting together the outro string at the end of the event, I think we're gonna say the name of the author. If in the case that the name of the author is not the name of the administrator, because I wrote like so many events that we don't need to know who. We don't need to know. We don't need to, yeah, whatever. Okay. So I don't know if it's gonna, it might be weird to show this like all the time. Like it might get boring or like obnoxious if I include this stamp like all the time, but I'm gonna try it at first, and I can always just take it out if I feel like I should take it out. Okay, so So yeah, how do I do this? It's in the case where, oh yeah, so where do we process outcome? Yeah, we process it higher than here. Outcome equals 0, and so what we do with outcome is that, right, so we set outro string to equal cur outcomes index outcome. So what we're going to do here is we're also going to say I love chat, Tony. I love chat. People are bad at chat, and I dislike people who are bad at chat. Right. Okay. To be clear. I'm working on... Oh, I was going to say I'm working on the game at the bottom of the screen, but there is no game on the bottom of the screen, because I'm going to plug this in, and then I'll kick the game off, and we can see exactly what I'm developing. How's that sound? Okay, so if curev dot... curev dot name... No, not name. Author, right? What did I call this field? I swear I'm keeping track of this field. I just don't remember what I called it. So, event, oh, am I not keeping track of this yet? Source. I'm calling it source. Right? I'm pretty sure, yeah. So, like, when I load in the events, like, yeah, yes, that is correct. Yep, okay. So source is the field that we want to append here. And it's actually not just the source. It's the, we're going to, like, you know, we're going to put in like a little thing, so it's clear. So that it's like, it's not just the user's name. It's a little bit more than that. All right, where were we? We were just here. All right, so if curev source not equal admin is my name, the name of the administrator. Then we will say outro string, oops, I can spell, outro string, plus equals, space, I don't know how I want to, format this, like author, and then the name of the source, maybe like that. So maybe like event author, or something like that. Just to be clear, like what is going on there. Oh yeah, and I was thinking of doing something else too, as like just a nice little bonus. But this is probably fine for now, for starters. I'll just do author. I was thinking of I was thinking of setting it up so that the event author gets like an extra bonus point or something, like when on their own events. Hey, August, how's it going? Welcome. Oh, Skip Harris, how's it going? And new follower. Profass, welcome. Thanks for following. Okay, yeah, Tony asked what the heck this game is, or what we're developing. So let me kick it off again, and we can see firsthand. Tony, welcome. Thank you for following. Let's get to answering your question, shall we? So I will run the script again, and the bottom of the screen will turn black for a moment, and then it'll display this thing. What is this thing exactly? I have more followers. Sorry, just 1 second. Tom Macass. I'm sorry for mispronouncing everyone's names, but thank you for... Darius! Hey, welcome everyone! Welcome back! Thank you very much for hosting, Darius! How's everyone doing? Oh, I'm gonna start missing follower notifications if I don't pay attention. Simba... thank you for following, welcome. Hello everyone. You know what, I'm gonna kick it into away mode, because, like, why not? It's fun, people are here. Guy Shokas, I'm sorry for mispronouncing your name, but thank you for following. I'm sorry for mispronouncing everyone's name. Okay, so Tony... It's me, Paul410, thank you for following, welcome. So Tony, the game that is playing across the bottom of the screen here is also the game that's playing in chat. If you follow what Trusty Bard is saying, Trusty Bard is the storyteller for the game, and so you can find out, like, Gilbus LT, welcome, thank you for following. So yeah, so Trusty Bard tells the story, and then you'll also see there are these action tags that show up on screen, and those are essentially like what you can do during the event. So, LFG Reactor, welcome, thank you for following. The action tags are basically like what are your options? So for example, if we look in chat, like Elcom shouted, Jocko shouted, and yeah. Enox 159, welcome, thank you for following. Yeah, okay, so if it's not clear yet, the way this game plays, all these little characters on screen here are actually the characters in chat. Kazis1234, thank you for following, welcome. These are literally these are us, like, right? Like, these are all of the characters that that represent us. You'll notice there are a lot of new adventures because the Pollux, I'm sorry for mispronouncing your name, but welcome, thank you for following. Right, so there's a lot of new followers, or there's a lot of new viewers right now, which is why there are a lot of new adventures in the game too. Theorycast, welcome, thank you for following. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, everyone just by being in the chat channel, you can play this game. All you have to do to participate is to use any of the action tags on screen. Sometimes, like in most events, excuse me, Cloud and TV, welcome, thank you for following. In most of the events, you can only choose. In most of the events, you can only choose like one of the action tags, but some of the events you can choose like multiple action tags, and you can change like which action you take. Doomas, welcome, thank you for following. And so yeah, okay, so here we are at the conclusion of the event. Trusty Bard says, your message will not be soon forgotten. That's because oh hey Thomas, congratulations on leveling up. And Kitty LT, thank you for following, welcome. So yeah, Trusty Bard said your message will not soon be forgotten. That's because shouting was the popular option. So that example of that example event was the riot. It's what Rallix, thank you for following, welcome. Sorry for mispronouncing your name. So that event was the riot, and so actually one of the things that I want to work on today, I might even get started on it soon. Zikoi, welcome, thank you for following. Okay, so here's like another event, for example. So the game runs on like the event system is like the core of this game, and it's like the heart of the gameplay. Oh, notice also this event, like I was saying before, this event ends with the tag multi. In the text it says like multi at the end, and that means you can actually choose multiple actions if you want. You don't just have to choose one. You can choose as many or as few or as many as you want. Zynet, thank you for following. Welcome to the channel. So yeah, all right, yeah, people are getting the hang of it. So that's the gist of how you play. And then yeah, so one of the things I want to work on today is to okay, so just recently, the Mr. Trollis LT, welcome, thank you for following. Mr. Mindcool, thank you for following, welcome. One of the things I want to work on today is a recent feature that I added, which is instead of just having like one-off events, just having like singular events that happen, you know, at intervals. I'm starting to like actually string them together to like try and tell a story too. Smash Games 3TW, welcome, thank you for following. Sorry. I just don't usually get this many followers in like such a rapid Vitus9, thank you. Thank you for following. Welcome to the channel. Okay, I hope you don't mind. I'm just climbing stairs at my desk, so if you see me like bobbing up and down, that's what that's about. And then oh, thank you, Tony. So yeah, oh wait, so don't forget the message. Arminas 28, welcome, thank you for following. Sorry for mispronouncing your name. Yeah, so right now the game only really plays in this channel. Alright, sorry, mod time. I'm sorry if anyone's Martis 12, welcome. Thank you for following. Did I miss one? Oh gosh, I hope I didn't. I'm sorry if I did. I just have to. Yep. I have to moderate chat. So I'm sorry. So there are clearly some troublemakers in chat right now. I'm sorry for anyone who's offended. I'm going to do what I can to moderate. Oh yeah. So the other thing is like I only speak. Oh shoot. I'm not going to say that one, but welcome. So I also I only speak English, so I actually can't moderate other languages effectively. Nebe Prisikiskekopuσταλιάου. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry for mispronouncing it, but thank you for following. I appreciate your support. Okay, chat seems to be okay now. Seems to be doing better now. Alright, Snake Gaming LT, welcome. Thank you for following. So the quest chains. Yesterday I was working on quest chains a bit. Oh, speaking of quest chains, this is a quest chain that I implemented yesterday. The torn map is part of a quest chain. So I don't know. I actually haven't tested this one out yet. So you guys, I guess, get to do the dry run. I don't know. So this quest chain. Axel Lieutenant. Sorry for pronouncing your name. Welcome. Thank you for following. This quest chain is actually pretty hard. So this one, I don't expect to actually like reach the end of this quest chain. There is a prize at the end. LTU Sky or Lutsky. Sorry for mispronouncing your name. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for following. Why don't? Sorry for mispronouncing your name. Thank you for following. So I don't necessarily expect to get to the end of this quest chain, but I don't know. It could happen. This I call this one a chain. It's very linear. It's like without giving anything away, it's kind of like a series of challenges, and if you can complete each challenge, then yeah, okay. So Justice 1, thank you for following. Welcome to the channel. So oh, is that true? All right, I'll have to watch out for that one. Affiginus, welcome, thank you for following. How does it feel to get this many followers? Oh, yeah, wow, okay, that is a rude word. Sorry, I'm gonna rinse your chat, just because, Jocko pointed out that one of those words was a little inappropriate. Pokemon Ask Games Bit, welcome, thank you for following, I'm sorry for mispronouncing your name. Kellyato I'm sorry for mispronouncing your name. Welcome to the channel. It's a little. I'll be honest. It's a little overwhelming to get so many followers, but it's a good kind of. It's a good kind of overwhelming. It's like a good problem to have, right? Oh wow. I have no clue what's happening in chat. Edvinas, welcome. Thank you for following. All right. Yeah. Okay, so I was talking about branching quest chains. Before I jump to that, I think I actually... sorry. Like I said, overwhelming. Zuviokas, welcome. Thank you for following. Yeah, alright, so far so good. You guys are on the... So yeah, so what just happened in the event is that people chose to follow the trail, follow the map, and so that is the quest chain. That is like the quest chain is now in progress. So here we go. Oh my gosh, I missed followers. Oh, I'm sorry. Steel PK Gidchao, welcome. Thank you for following. Wait, hold on. Maybe if I look on my other monitor. Oh no, my other monitor is no help. I'm sorry for whoever's name I missed. You're a special follower. You're extra special, and I very much appreciate your following. But I'm sorry I missed your name. Dogmender. Or Dogamender? I actually don't know how to pronounce that, but welcome. Thank you for following. Okay. Before I I mean, it's not urgent, so I don't have to work on this right now. But one thing I want to work on is like a little piece of art that I might make for the project. Mantis 224, welcome. Thank you for following. So yeah, I might be working on art now. So I'm gonna Arna 7997, welcome. Thank you for following. Yeah, Darius, thank you very much for hosting. I wish I'm trying to like keep it together. I'm trying to be like an entertaining streamer right now. Dev Dreaming, welcome. Thank you for following. Admittedly, I kind of lose it when this happens, but I very much appreciate your support and like just yeah, it's very nice of you to host this stream. So. This stream is usually supposed to be about game dev. You so happy 159. Welcome. Thank you for following. The stream is usually about game dev, so I think I can do some game dev. I think I can accomplish some. So I would love to visit Lithuania. That sounds like a wonderful place, and I have no clue what that word is, but sure, why not? Okay, wait, hold on. Sorry. Mod time. That's gonna be a permaban, I guess. I don't know. Oh shoot, I'm missing names again. Silpuvi by Lime Jowl. I'm sorry for mispronouncing your name. I didn't even fully pronounce it, did I? But thank you for following. Caspicexy, welcome. Thank you for following. Sorry for mispronouncing your name. Okay, this file that we have here is the this is the file that represents the adventure character. It tends to represent the adventure character at high level because like this is the character. This is the Lapux 007. Welcome. Thank you for following. This is where I draw the new character art. So what I want to draw in now, just real quick, is I know all right. There we go. I know. I really like. I need mods. I have mods. I don't know. I'm still working on it. Okay. I'm missing names again, aren't I? I'm sorry, you guys. If I don't say your name, I apologize. I do very much appreciate your viewership. Duxasiskymo, welcome. Thank you for following. Okay, the art that I'm like trying to draw here. Roto, welcome. Hey, how's it going? Okay. The art that I'm trying to draw here is kind of like a new version of this little badge here. So this badge is it's kind of, I don't know. This isn't like the best backdrop to see it on because like this particular headgear doesn't really show it off very well. But if you can see, it's kind of like this. It's just like this extra silver little badge that you can get. Which this one in particular, this little crown-shaped badge, represents leaders. Like it represents people who play as like the GM of this game. So far there's only one. And actually for the new badge that I'm making now, there's also only one person who has earned it, but there's now a person who has earned it. So I guess what I'm gonna do is all right, I'm gonna add in a new layer. Wait, hold on, where's my layer control panel? I'm going to add in a new layer. It's not, I don't mean to imply that I don't like getting follows. It makes me immensely happy to get follows, but it's also nice to be able to catch my breath every now and again. So that's cool. Okay. Cool. You guys are, I am duly impressed with you guys because so far you guys are doing excellent with these events. So at this rate, you guys might, I don't know, we'll see. Okay. We do. Yeah, I'm sorry about the stuff that I can't moderate. We do at least have one mod who speaks all relevant languages. Oh, yeah. Speaking of relevant languages, Duracio Sankaba. I'm sorry for mispronouncing your name, but thank you very much for following. Welcome. Okay. It's funny how chat cools off a little bit as soon as at least one person starts moderating. So thank you very much, Roto. You're like the king of this channel right now. Okay. uh, okay. Well, I'd still visit, even if you're, I don't know. I would totally, I don't know. I like visiting places. I like traveling in general. I like seeing more parts of the world. Maybe that's why I made a game all about just like adventuring random places and stuff. So, all right. All right. So I added a new layer to start this quill. I'm calling this a quill bonus because this bonus is for players who write events into the game, like players who actually like author their own events. So, hey, new notification. Thank you, Andrew Spearling. Or sorry, I shouldn't use real names, but thank you for following. Death Pixel, welcome. Thank you for following. Welcome to the channel. Oh no. All right, that was funny. Sorry. I mean, not like funny, but I found that entertaining. What? Right. Okay. So sorry. I can make this cool thing. I swear. It's feasible. I've done stuff like this before. So what we're gonna do first, I'm going to just basically like crib the palette from this other icon here, and I guess I'll just like for starters I'll draw the oh yeah wait hold on sampling tool from the image. For starters I'm just gonna draw it like next to it I guess, and then I can line it up. After. So well, actually no, I should put in the darker tone first because the gist is basically going to be, I think it's going to be like feather shaped. Oh. Actually, if I do feather shaped, I want to make sure that it doesn't look like the feathers like sticking into the person's like forehead or something, because that'd be weird. Huh. Did you link your account, Jocko? Because you should get notifications if you level up. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh gosh, I missed your name. I'm sorry, but the name that just showed up, you guys all saw it. The name that was on screen. Thank you very much for following, and no Jess for following as well. Welcome to the channel, everyone. Okay. All right. So this cool bonus. Yeah. I guess. I mean, maybe I'll just set the cool bonus up slightly higher. I don't know. I kind of want this. Because so this bonus is for writing an event into the game. I think I said. And so I kind of want it. I thought it would be neat if it looked like kind of like a feather, like the type of quill that you would use to like write something maybe. Dariuxas, welcome. Thank you for following. So I don't know how successful I'm going to be in that effort, but I'm going to certainly give it a shot because. Bricius, or Bruncius, welcome, thank you for following, sorry for mispronouncing your name. Okay, yeah, so, alright, so this is, I guess, roughly the shape that I want. It's a little bit, it's a little lumpy, but, this is, like, approximately what I was thinking of, and then, so now I'm gonna, I'll zoom in a little bit tighter, because, well, actually, you know what, I mean, now that I have the shape and stuff, I mean, this backdrop is really not helping me, so I think I'm just going to hide the head and the face and the other part of the head because it's just going to be easier to see. Oh, shoot, I missed one. Domo 1911, welcome. Thank you for following. Yikes. Like I mentioned, I don't usually get this many followers in a row, so my brain is like, just in terms of like keeping up, it's all right. Oh yeah, okay, so I should be using a smaller brush. I try not to use smaller brushes because it ends up getting like really like, it can get like really pixelated, whereas this game tends to have like a slightly smoother look to the visuals. But yeah, just for this fine detail, sometimes I think the finer brush is like actually the right tool. Like if I have any hope of making this look like a quill, and I honestly don't even know if I do. I might have to just make it, instead of making it look like a feather, I might just have to make it look like, I could make it look like a pen, or like, I don't know. We're doing it, you guys. We're living the dream. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for thank you for watching, and thank you for playing side quest too. So, the game that's playing in chat, if you just tuned in recently, is the game that we're working on too. You might recognize the some of the visuals, and it's still very much a work in progress. I've been working on it for about 4 months now, and it's so one thing that it hasn't had much of is like testing of this volume, because we've been testing it for a long time, but like typically with like a slightly like smaller crew. So this is great, like having everyone here, we can pound through it. So I actually, the game doesn't usually run as fast as it's running right now. Usually it's a little more casual, and so, you know, usually it doesn't even thank you, Doom. You don't have to apologize for other people, though. Thank you everyone for being good, like, chat participants. I really appreciate everyone who's able to make this channel work and, like, you know, have fun in chat and, like, have a good time and respect everyone's feelings and, you know, stuff like that, because that's important too. So the game actually usually runs at like slightly a slightly more casual pace, and the reason I have it kicked up right now is just because to be honest, it's like kind of to take advantage of this testing opportunity, because like I said, like these are really good testing conditions for the game right now. So okay, so so yes, thank you, Tony. Thank you, Tony, for filling people in. Whenever you see action tags showing up on screen, like these. Wait, where are they? Oh, they're over there. When you see action tags showing up on screen, those are the actions that you can take, and Trusty Bard in chat is the storyteller for the game. So he is as trusty as his name would indicate. So, all right. I feel like this is turning out okay. Like, it's not like mind-blowing, but I think it's like sufficient. That wasn't better. That was not an improvement. I think because this is like roughly what I was picturing. I just want to so one thing that I'm not capturing yet is the shininess. So I'm going to see if I can try and give it a little extra luster without messing it up at this point. And so to do that, I'm going to try and introduce some brighter brights and some darker darks. So the tough thing is if I overdo it with the lighter tones, then it doesn't turn shiny, it just turns white. So I don't know. I have a ton of experience like drawing metallics, so this will be interesting. And so I'm gonna I'm trying to like keep like a relative, like some level of like some manner of shape to the feather, to the quill, like the quill interior, but it doesn't seem to want to stay. So I might have to abandon some of that. Oh, that really popped. All right, so do I just need a brighter tone? Yeah, that's actually fairly dim. Yeah, and it's tough because I want like the bright edge right up against the darker edge. So actually, no, you know what? I don't need as dark an edge there, because like just having any contrast there will make it seem a bit dark. So I think I can actually bring the lightness even further out. So cool. Yeah, all right. I'm definitely losing shape as I'm. I mean, this is the other downside to using like such a fine pointed brush, is that it can get really. It's really easy for like part of the image to like lose the you know, I started it with all broad strokes, and then in some areas that's just very much. I don't know why I'm actually putting this dark outline across the entire thing. I think that's probably like part of. Yeah, I think that's probably why it looks weird, because I'm trying to put this dark against this bright, and I think I should actually just have it like brightly edged, like, because I think that's actually more consistent with like how I tend to render these things. They're very small, so like I really can't do any manner of fine detail. So yeah, Oh, so I guess the thing about that though is that it actually wouldn't be so bright along this lower edge because the way I tend to shade these is oh, okay, so what if, yeah, I guess that's why I kind of want a little bit of a shading here because like this is like the lower edge. All right, this is turning out okay. It looks it like if you're looking at this and you're thinking like, oh, it still looks like just like a mess of pixels. It does just look like a mess of pixels. But if you look down here, congratulations to everyone who's leveling up. By the way, you'll notice that you get you know, you get like the visual effects. That's to indicate that. So good job, everyone. Yeah. So actually, yeah. As much as I'm looking at this version here, oh, my head is covering up the smaller version. But if you look at the smaller version, like it kind of looks a little bit okay, as like a like it's sort of starting to come together. So that's like what I'm looking at as I'm working on this to try and to tell whether I'm going in the right direction or whether I need to pivot. So yeah, I think this dark edge is kind of okay. Yeah, this part here is probably going to be the trickiest. Hey, Noah, 2840, welcome. Thank you for following. I think this part is going to be the tough sell. So yeah, I think I should probably not worry about it because like it's gonna be basically impossible to get it perfect. So instead, I should just worry about getting the whole thing looking okay. Because if I try and spend too much time trying to get that part look perfect, you know, I'll just end up wasting a lot of time. Because I should really be going for like I should be reaching within reason, not like it's not going to look photorealistic. This game is not supposed to look photorealistic. So, oh hey, we get to test out the feature I just added in. This event that's happening right now in chat. This event was written by a viewer. It was written by well, so if Bine is noob. Was I supposed to say Binri is noob? Welcome. Thank you for following. No, yeah, okay. This event that's happening right now was written by actually I'll hold up from saying the name just because if the thing that I added in works correctly, at the very end of the event we should see the name of the author. It should be part of what Trusty Bard says. Yeah, to be honest, I don't even know exactly what the volume of the shape right here is supposed to look like. I guess it's supposed to be like, oh yeah, okay. I'll just like light it from. I'll try and like light on the split or like because like the way like a plume kind of billows, like the feathers kind of like from the center they billow out, kind of in like two like the center of the quill kind of like separates the two like billowy plumy parts. So like I'm just trying to like keep a hint of like the of that shape of the plume like through the center. Again, like this stuff is going to be displayed very small on screen. So actually I should definitely pump up the contrast because like if I try and use like subtle detail here, it's really just not going to show up. So I should probably actually go in with like much deeper tones and put those through. Because if I'm not like overt like this, it's really just not going to show up at all. And that was way too much. Yeah, author protospasm. Cool, it works. The system works. Cool. Excellent work, everyone. Okay. You guys are really good at this game. I'm duly impressed. The success ratio on these events is quite high. And with so many new players, yeah, I'm just good job. Go you guys. All right, so this is like pretty close to what it's going to be. It's not going to get much different than this. Oh yeah, so Lauren, I can answer that question actually. What character art comes next? But I am at this point. I'm actually just working on a bonus, a little bit of bonus art. So it won't happen yet. But okay. Before I say the next thing, I'll disqualify this by saying, or I'll disclaim this by saying, like, if you had asked me this before, I would have told you that the next thing would be like a cook or a banker. So like keep that in mind when I tell you that the next thing, and yeah, so So this armor set right here. Wait here, I'll bring the head back. When I was like trying to come up with this armor set, this is gonna sound dumb, but literally like when I started working on this, the idea that I had was to make like a cook or like a banker type character, and then it turned out to be like this. I guess they could look like a banker, kind of, right? I don't know, maybe, but I don't think they look much like a cook. Um, so with that in mind, if this is a cook or a banker, then the next thing that you're going to become is a standard bearer. Kind of like I think you're going to carry like a flag, and I think the uniform might look a little bit militaristic. Those are the influences that I'm thinking of going for. And I do have to work on that soon, right? Because you got your, oh, I don't know if you noticed, Lauren, but you have your fox. You have your pet fox. So medic, yeah. When I put the like the emblem on the forehead, yeah, it did kind of go in a medic-y sort of direction. Plus, like, who expects to have a banker out on the out in the middle of an adventure, right? So like, no, I don't think like anyone's gonna see that and immediately think, oh, that person's probably that's probably a banker, right? I don't know. All right, so we're pretty close to done with this quill. Are we done? We might be done now. No, I want to fix it up just slightly. Yeah, because I got a little overboard with the crease in the plume, so I'm just gonna dial that back slightly, and then we're pretty much done. So yeah, so right here it got a little dark. I just don't want it to be quite so dark. And actually, the crease doesn't even have to come up that high. So it could be just like, well, it wasn't bad having it like that. So, oh yeah, and so the last order of business, I'm going to just kick up the bright brights and the dark darks just slightly, because I've been color picking from this other version, but I'm also using a soft brush, so it loses a little bit of the impact. Hey, congratulations, guys. Yeah, so there's a little less impact with yeah, like the extremeness just in terms of the brightness and the yeah, I basically basically what I'm trying to say is I really want to sell that metallic effect. So I'm not gonna go for like an absolute white, but I'm just gonna sprinkle in just like a little extra sheen. Just maybe even like just there. Because it's not supposed to be all over. It's just the shape isn't perfect. Actually, yeah, the shape isn't quite perfect. Hold on. Not that it's going to be perfect once I make the small change, but I'm just going to make that small change to it because it'll make it slightly better, at least. What color is this? Alright, this is pretty close. Do I want it to glint anywhere else? Not really. It'd basically be just along this. It'd basically be like just along this edge here. So maybe I'll just kick it up slightly glintier, slightly brighter. Because that's like that. This part would catch most of the light, and then the rest would stay relatively darker. All right, so then last order of business. Let's make a slightly deeper darks on a few of the corners. So, like here, yeah, and actually this lower edge I think actually should have been a little more defined in the first place. That might be no, that's not quite right. Because the shape of this is kind of awkward. It kind of like falls between pixels, but I kind of want to darken it there. Not as much there though. Here slightly. Yeah, I got to be careful with this because I'm gonna accidentally like mess up the shape that after I got it like how I wanted it. So just very subtle strokes here. Oh yeah, and I made this stem, or like I made this part too dark. Yikes. I might want to go back and like not have done what I just did because I don't think that improved. No, I don't think that improved the situation. So, gosh, what am I going to do? Do I have to darken it at all? Maybe I'll just... Well, yeah, no. This is too light. This is definitely too light. Oh, yeah, you know, I know what I'll do. Doop-a-doop. Sorry, I'm a little zoned out of chat, but I'll take a look at it in just a moment. Yeah, I will just, like, darken this edge. Oops, wrong tool. I did not mean to darken it that much. I'll just darken this edge a bit, and then... Oh, yeah, okay, so I'll darken it a bit further, too. So, like, kind of like that. I think that's fine. Not perfect, but we're not going for perfect. Again, this is going to be a relatively small detail, so we'll never see it up close, and it'll basically, yeah, I'm, okay, so I think this is probably good enough. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try changing the direction of the point of the quill, and if that doesn't work, then I'll just go back and use this version. But if it does work, that would be slightly nice, because I think right now it's like it's pointed up to, it's pointed too far across. It should be pointed slightly more downwardly. So maybe just that. Maybe like just it's like so. No, this one. That's, again, it's like the line that I want to draw like actually like falls between pixels, so that's a little bit awkward. But I'm gonna call this fine. I'm gonna call this good. I'm gonna ship it. Oh yeah, so the thing I was thinking about before is like I don't want it to look like this feather is like stuck in the player's forehead. So I'll probably in terms of like positioning. Thank you, Jacko. So yeah, alright, so in terms of positioning for this new badge, I might make it slightly higher than usual. I might like set it up a little bit. Of course, then it'll extend further. If I do that, it'll extend for... Yeah, no, I'll position it roughly how it usually gets positioned. I'll just put it maybe just up 1 pixel over 1 pixel, and this should be fine. All right, so now hide the bonus layer, and so this is basically the art that I'll be using. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in its own file, so that we can blit it separately. So new file, very small dimensions. It's just this little guy right here. So we'll save this as bonuses. Quill badge. I could stop calling these things badges because they're basically all, they'll probably all be badges. So alright, so this will be 0.ping because there's not going to be any animation to it, so we only need 1 frame of this image. It's just a fixed thing. You just like you stick it on the player's hat and there you go. The other thing I need to put in though is some data so that the game, when it loads it in, the game has to know where to, like how big it is and like where to position it. I mean, I guess actually, technically I could programmatically determine how big it is, probably, but yeah, no, in terms of like the pixel coordinates, paint.net tells me that this is located at pixels 70, 22, and it's 11 by 9. So bonuses, quill badge, new, text document, data.txt, and so yeah, like we said, 70, 22, 11, 9. Save that, and now, yeah, yeah, okay, so for starters, I'm just gonna give Protospasm the badge manually. No, yeah. Should I give it to him manually? The other thing I could do is I could just make it so that the script assigns it automatically. I'm just gonna give it manually for now. If it turns out that like these come in high volume, I can, you know, set the script up to handle it. But for now, like there's only one player that has this bonus. So, bam, I just added it directly to his data file, his bonus data. Okay, so yeah, cool. I know like with this hat, like the bonuses look weird, so I'm expecting that this will not look super great. But I'm just curious to see how it does look. It could look worse. It could certainly look worse. Alright, so I'm going to... I'll just use this bonus as like the demonstrative bonus for now. So I'm going to smush these layers together and show that layer. Save this, and yeah, so do you guys have like a... oh yeah, Tony, it was good to see you. Oh, sorry. Shoot. Do you guys have a preference on like what I work on next? Because like there. Oh hey, Justice 11200, welcome. Thank you for following. If you guys have like a strong preference about like what type of stuff you want to see, like I have like coding tasks I could do. I have like design work I could do. I have like artwork I could do. So if you guys have a preference, let me know. Otherwise, I'll just like, you know, go to whatever feels like the next thing. Oh yeah, so who wrote this and Quill Bonus were the ones that I just did. Who wrote this is the thing that we saw earlier, where when Protospasm's event came up in the, I don't know, I mean it was a little subtle, but in the concluding text at the end of the event, it said that the author was Protospasm. You'd have to, yeah, so Lauren, you can break, Ponas, Gorilla, welcome, thank you for following. Lauren, you can break the game again, but you have a ways to go, because you're not even the cook yet, right? I mean, I keep calling the character the cook, but like the banker or the medic or whatever you want to call it. You have a few levels to go. But yeah, if you get past maximum level again, the game will crash. So so that's why I have the standard bearer in the backlog as one of the things that I need to do. Actually, that's kind of, yeah, I should probably move this up. Yeah, oh, Lauren, one thing that happened with your experience, you did gain a bunch of levels, like, for free. For one thing, I gave away a bunch of free levels because I rebalanced the game, and with the amount of experience you had, you would have, you know, you would have merited a few extra levels. And then the other thing that happened is that there was a bug where people were getting way too much passive experience. So in an hour, I accidentally gave out 200 passive experience to everyone in the channel. So you got that. I think you're actually, like, those are, it wasn't even assigned as experience, it was assigned as passive points. So I think you're actually still working through that. There's a system whereby you gain potential experience just by hanging out and like going on the adventure, and then at intervals, like the potential experience gets converted into actual experience, and so that's what Lauren got way too much of. Hey, Dogman, how's it going? Oh, so yeah, so far I haven't had a problem with people like just automatically gaining new stuff, because no one's ever actually, or no, I was gonna say no one's ever hit the maximum, but I know that the script crashes when a player hits the maximum, because one time Lauren hit the maximum, but I was working on art because I knew it was gonna happen anyways. I was already working on that art, so like I just fed it in. Yeah, my goal is that like no one will ever get higher than the maximum. Like I plan on just making, basically I'm paving the road ahead of us as we drive, right? So like I'm just gonna keep paving, right? My goal is like that we'll never go off road because I'll just keep paving. That's my goal, anyways. So I guess I mean I might want to start on the standard bearer, because like if I had an art block. Yeah, I just started on art, so maybe and I have my tablet set up and everything, so maybe I will make the standard bearer now. So the standard bearer, that's like literally just that word is all I have so far. Um, oh, this is when we started on the banker. This is how the concept started out. So I'm gonna delete this layer and start on and do another concept. I'm gonna hide the fox just because. Oh wait, no, I have to do the new familiar before I do the new standard bearer. Oh, and I don't know what the new familiar is. Hold on. The previous familiar was the fox. So we did mouse, bird, turtle, fox. So we could do another bird. Oh yeah, actually. Yeah, you know what? I think it might be another bird. I think it might be I think it might be like a parrot, and I think it might actually perch on the character. Like on their fore or on their shoulder, possibly. I'm not going to put it on their head again, because the turtle was just perched there. Maybe it's weird to have another perched creature so soon, but I was just thinking maybe it would be nice. Yeah, I think I'm going to perch a parrot right on the forearm here. Maybe. Because, like, this space isn't really used for anything, I guess. I might want to move it after I've drawn it, or once I start drawing it or something, but yeah, let's at least start with it here. So parrot. Oh, I'll probably want to change the background color to something different, because the parrot is probably going to have some green in the coloration. So, let's what color do I know I won't use? I think I want it to have greens and possibly some reds. So, yikes. I want it to have greens and reds, but then we're also using blues and yellows here, so it doesn't leave us much space. I'll do purple. I don't think I'm going to go into the purple palette, so I'll make the background purple just for it's just for the purposes of contrast. I can make it. Oh yeah. Oh, actually, just so I'm not accidentally tempted to put to make the parrot in the chroma key range, I should probably use the chroma key color. So I'm going to actually apply the chroma key to my screen. Oops. That was the wrong thing. No. Oh no, what am I doing? What have I done? I did not mean to change that. Yep, nope. I hit the wrong one. Sorry about that. No, what I meant to do was to apply the chroma key color to the monitor, so yeah, so the whoops. So the point of that is to the point of that is to do what? It's alright, well I'll do it one more time for Edvna's sake. I accidentally did this, Edvnas. Sorry for mispronouncing your name, by the way. What did I do? I changed the chroma key color of, first I did this, and whoops, magic's gone. And then I did this, and, oh wait, no, what did I do? Oh, I did this, right? Yeah, and then, yep. Alright, well, let's put it back. There we go. Alright. Okay, I have the chroma key set to the monitor now. So now, like, the game looks like there's just like you can't see this offensive pink color that usually shows up here because I'm filtering that color out. I'm doing that so that I don't accidentally use that pink color on the parrot, because I want the parrot to be slightly brightly colored, but I don't want the parrot to accidentally get tripped up by the by that. So yeah, yeah, and so likewise, that color's a little bit bright. Oh yeah, so look, if we look at the color wheel now, the whole pink section is just like blacked out because those colors I can't use them in the in the art for the game. Otherwise, the art for the game will get messed up, much in the way we're seeing this stuff get messed up here. All right, so I'm just gonna make I'll just make the background like, I don't know, like this tone, I guess, just for now. All right, so deselect, and then when I came up with my name, Binri, I didn't like pronounce it. I put it together because I liked the letters, and then one day someone asked me like, how do I pronounce it, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's an interesting question. All right, so this layer 23 is the one that we're working on, and let's just yeah. So I kind of want to use a green color similar to the green color that we just had in the background. So let's find that green color. Like, ooh, let's use a bigger brush. So like, that could be okay. I want it to be a green color that looks okay with this blue color. I want them to be like somewhat complementary, or like I just don't want them to like clash. So I might move the green to be slightly further from it, from the blue. I don't want the parrot to be invisible. So yeah, so the gist of the shape of the parrot is that it's gonna perch like so, I think, and it'll have like wings. Wait, not like that. It'll have like, wait, what do parrot wings look like? I don't know. Clearly I have to look up some reference for parrots, but it's gonna look kind of like that, I guess. I don't know. That's like the silhouette, I think. I mean, it covers up the shoulder pad, which is a little silly because I spent way too much time drawing that shoulder pad, which is actually part of the reason I was thinking I might move it around. So, oh, whoops, wrong layer. One thing I was thinking is actually perching it on the shoulder pad. Oh, although the bonus draws on top of it, so that wouldn't work. It could be a smaller bird. I don't necessarily want to perch it on the adventurer's head for two reasons. It gets really close to the top of the frame, and I don't want to get that close to the top of the frame. Yikes. I hadn't even thought about how the bonus would interact with the familiar layer. I might want to change that. I might want to make it so that the bonuses draw before the familiar layer. Oh, but that would be really hard. Yikes. I just hadn't thought of that before. Alright, so maybe it's fine to have the parrot perched here. Or I mean, the alternative is I could have it perched on the other arm, but then it would be covered up by a lot of stuff. Like, it wouldn't be super visible. It'd be like, I don't know. That might actually work, hypothetically. I could I don't know. That could work. I mean, the other thing I could do is I could just make it fly. It doesn't have to be perched. I just thought it would kind of make sense to have it perched, because the cook or the banker or whatever you want to call this character is a little bit, you know, like a little bit like, you know, straight-laced, refined. Marty, hey, how's it going? Welcome. Oh, that's funny. Edvnas, my Binri is, I took the letters in my name and I just shuffled them around, and that's how I got Binri. Yeah, we're having a party. It's a popular day, I guess, today. We're playing some side quest. We're drawing some parrots. All right, let's look up images of parrots, because I don't know what parrots look like. I do, although I will say I do like this positioning, because if I put the parrot like right on the elbow, I don't know if that's a thing that makes sense. Like, I don't know if parrots actually perch on people's elbows, but we're gonna say that this one does, and that way you can still see some of the shoulder pad, and it still looks like, yeah. I think this positioning will be all right. And right now it's a little lumpy, and it makes the silhouette weird. But once we refine the shape of it, I think it'll look okay. That's the goal, anyways. And so yeah, so the standard bearer just, yeah, because like, okay, so the each of the familiars, like it goes like new outfit, new familiar, new outfit, new familiar. So like for example, the fox was like I don't know. I never really know whether to think of like the familiar as like paired with the character outfit that it arrives with, or like the one that it leads into. So my goal is kind of like to make it so that it works with both. So I want the parrot to work with this look, and then also with the standard bearer. So I guess yeah. So the standard bearer is going to carry the standard carry the flag in their offhand, like in the hand that's like further away from the camera. So I think that should work. Okay, parrots. What do parrots look like? I say parrot, but again, like I might be saying parrot, like how I said cook. It might, like I have an idea of like a bird that I kind of want, and yeah, maybe it is a parrot. Yeah, I was actually kind of picturing something like this. Oh, I think this is why I was picturing a parrot, because look at the coloration of the cook, and look at the coloration of these parrots. I think that's why I kept thinking parrot. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So shout out to Darius. Because I have Darius to thank for all of the viewership that is happening right now. So thank you for everyone for watching, and thank you to Darius for hosting. Okay. Yeah. It was totally okay. I was like, why does the cook remind me of parrots? And it's definitely because of that. I don't want to draw this coloration of parrot because I think that would be a little too on the nose, a little too matchy, right? So yeah, I guess like when I started picturing parrots, I guess I was picturing something along these lines, right? Because I was picturing something green, but with like red and yellow coloration. Like that's kind of like what I was talking about. I mean, this is a nice color of parrot, but that's like a little. Yeah, no, I was picturing something more like this, I guess. So like, I'll probably change it around a little bit, but I think this will be roughly the gist. Asado999, welcome. Thank you for following. Thank you. Oh yeah. So let's look a little further though, because I mean this isn't exactly right. I wasn't picturing its back to be so colorful, but I guess like I don't know. Maybe I should, yeah. No, I was picturing something. Yeah, I was picturing more like a colored chest section, like not so I might just invent like a new type of parrot. Like I might not literally go with like the type of parrots that we have here, because I was picturing like, you know, mostly greenish like this. Oh, I guess this one does have a reddish coloration on the front as well. So probably like maybe actually this one's probably pretty close, except I don't think I'll do the coloration on the back as well. I think the parrot will be well, you won't see the parrot's back, so I guess I don't actually have to worry about that. Raudonas Letuvis. I'm sorry for mispronouncing your name, but thank you very much for following and welcome. Welcome to the channel. Okay. Yeah, so this is close. This is close. I'll probably get to drawing in just a moment. I just want to see if anything else really jumps out. You know, I kept saying parrot, but I think I might have meant parakeet. But it's also going to be big like a parrot, so yeah, I guess those are the driving inspirations for this art. So I'm gonna move this over here so that I can still see a little bit in the background as I draw. Hey, wow, I cannot read that text. Megaisol, welcome. Thank you very much for following. Yeah. Sorry for mispronouncing your name. I really got to change the font or something so that I can read that. Ilya Studio, welcome. Thank you very much for following. Welcome to the channel. Yeah. All right. Oh, what's happening in chat? Someone tried to do some ASCII art and it didn't quite work. Okay. So. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. Actually, I'm gonna move the layers off screen. Sorry, I hope no one is like really desperate to see the layers panel as I work on this stuff. If you need to, if at any point you need to know, like need to know what's happening with the layers section, feel free to ask. I'm just gonna put this section on screen, because I think these images peeking over the edge will be like the most helpful. Actually, I guess I don't need to keep the OBS on screen either, so. Well, it is kind of helpful to see the smaller version, but no, it's not mandatory. Okay, doop-a-doop. Parrot time. Okay, so yeah, their wings, their wings look very small when they're all, oops, what am I doing? Their wings look really small when they're, folded up. Very subtle. Okay, so in terms of the general shape of the parrot, I kind of like having some level of animation on the familiars. Like, I don't want the parrot to be completely like still, but I don't know exactly what to do necessarily with the parrot might be a little bit still, because like I can't think of, like, the parrot's perched, right? So like I'm trying to think of like what could the parrot be doing while perched, so it's not completely inanimate, and it could be like looking around a little bit. But the thing is, like, I only really allot 2 frames of animation, so if it looks around, it'll just like keep looking around, like it'll yeah, maybe I'll probably add some animation to it, but it'll probably be very subtle, I guess. Yeah, wing flap was actually the first thing I thought of, but if I do a wing flap with 2 frames, it'll look like it's actually like trying to flap its wings, like like when a bird like can't quite hold on, it kind of like flies while clinging to like something. It would yeah, I don't know. It'll be a relatively demure parrot. Like I said, the parrot is supposed to be a little bit chill, because I was trying to think of like a familiar that would match like the relative chillness of the banker cook character. Alright, so I think this is like roughly what the bird's torso is going to look like. Or not look like, but be shaped like. And then it has like legs. So I'm going to use a smaller pen, and has like legs. Oh yeah, so how's it going to be? I think it'll probably just be like kind of like this. It'll just kind of be like attached as such. I can probably scooch it a little bit closer. Oh, where's my control panel? Oh, I covered it up with my layers thing. I can probably move it slightly closer this way. Do I want to, though? I'll see if I can justify it here. Maybe if I clicked it slightly up. Yeah, that could be okay. I just want to make sure that it looks like its legs are actually like connecting to something that could be providing it support. Alright, so like that, and then alright, so let's I can start blocking in the colors too, because I'm thinking like the yellow is going to be similar to this yellow tone, and the red is probably going to be similar to the red of the standard bearers, whatever. So I won't literally use the same color, but I'm gonna start with something similar. I might like bump up the saturation, and maybe make it slightly less orangey, maybe a little more yellow. Alright, so I'm actually taking a completely different color. Is that going to clash? I'm going to do this on a separate layer just so I can change the coloration independent of the shape of the parrot itself, the silhouette of the parrot. Yeah. Alright, what is our... I'm just going to look at the reference again real quick. What was the coloration pattern? Alright, so it's pretty much... Oh, okay, that's interesting. It kind of like runs down the front of the legs, it looks like. So like the inside of the legs are colorated, but the inside of the legs are like the brightly like the bright chest color, but then the outside are the other color. I'll have to be careful about lining these up. Oh, so I should actually... So maybe I'll do red like high, or I'll do yellow higher up on the chest, and then because I have to get to the redder color by the time we get down here. Otherwise, it will look mushy against the sleeve. So yeah, this part will be red, and then I think it looks like there's some degree to which this coloration like will show up on the tail as well. Oops, wrong tool. So yeah, and then so the wing will probably be pretty green, right? Yeah, the wing stays pretty green, it looks like. Um, so I'll just make the wing pop using uh, shading. All right. So oh, and the face, right? So, yeah. So the beak. These parrots have mostly like black beaks. Oh, that one has a bright red beak, but I think I'm gonna go with black beak. Should I do like the white face thing? No, not really, because like these ones like. Yeah, no, I'll go with like the green. I'll keep the face green, black eye, black beak, I think. Well, I'll see how that looks, and then I can decide. I'm gonna go with a slightly darker tone than this this gray that appears on the on the uh, on the uniform. Oops! Stop honking at me. Oh, what layers am I drawing this on? Yeah, I'll draw this on the coloration layer, I guess. No, I'll draw it on a separate layer. New layer. I'll need to draw this with very fine detail too. For starters, for starters, I'm just going to wait. Where's the eye located? Actually, yeah, it's located pretty high up. Oh, and parrots also seem to have like kind of a flat kind of head. Like they like kind of have like a big nose that comes out, and then it like kind of it curves up and around, but then it gets really flat. So yeah, let's reflect that in the way we draw it. So like yeah, so the nose comes like, or like the beak comes like up to the, hey, new follower, Amish Sour, you're welcome. Thank you very much for following. I appreciate your viewership. I'm gonna click this up slightly because that'll be slightly easier to read names when they come in. All right. Yeah. Okay. So this this parrot face. I think it'll be roughly like this. A little bit. The eye probably is not going to be quite so big. But I made the fox eye very small at first, and it very rapidly. No, that's way too big. Oh gosh, wrong tool. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe something like that. I don't know. I can worry about that later. I don't have to figure out the eye right now. Yeah, it has a pretty small eye. So yeah, no, actually maybe I just made the fox eye too small, but foxes don't have such small eyes. This one seems to in fact have a fairly small eye, so it's where is it? It's like on the side of the head and pulled back a little far too. So I guess like, oh yeah, that was the other thing. I realized that the top of the head isn't like flat enough. It should be flatter. In fact, I'm going to move the beak. I'm going to exaggerate it a little bit. I'm going to move the beak up and out. And yeah, out a little bit. And it'll be whispering secrets to the banker. The parrot will. And then, yeah, so using this color. Yeah, let's make the head a little flatter like that, and then yeah, it's hard drawing stuff with such a small pixel allowance. Oh, you know what? You know what tone I should be using is probably like the eye tone. I should probably be using this tone. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Hold on. Whoops, wrong layer. I'm gonna match that because I try not to introduce like new tones unless it's important to do so. And I think for this case, I can just use the same tone that we use for the eyes. Oops. And then the eye would be located. Whoops. Shoot, it's like right between pixels. So I don't want to move it again. I want to move the shape of the. That's not so bad. It kind of looks like it's looking away, but it's not bad necessarily. I'll just bring down the top of the head slightly. Yeah. All right. I think that's the gist. And then, so let's shape the beak more like a beak. I might want to draw each half of the beak on a separate layer so it's easier to shape them independently, but I won't do that yet unless I have to. So yeah, wait, what? Yeah, the beak kind of like hooks back a little bit. And then I guess the lower half of the beak. Ugh. I might not depict the lower half of the beak. I kind of have to though. It's kind of important. Like altogether, the beak ends up being like very round, but it does extend down a little bit. So maybe I should make it. Maybe I could exaggerate that. I could just make it have a really big beak. Yeah, that could be okay. That might be a little too big. But let's start to render some of the rest of the parrot and see how it comes together. Because right now the light tone of the parrot is too close to the skin tone, not in coloration, but just in like value, and so as a result, it just kind of like mushes together. So let's go back down to this layer, and do what? We will pick a darker tone of green and go in and oops. I don't know why Paint.net honks at me after I use the color. After I use the color controls. Doop-a-doop. Oh, I might have wanted to do this on a separate layer. I'm gonna do it on a separate layer because layers are great. Everyone loves layers. Fantastic. Alright. Doop-a-doop. Alright, I'm gonna go a little too much for starters, and then I'll dial it back. And this is mostly just to define the dimension of the bird. Get it so it doesn't look flat. Doop-a-doop. And also to define the edge of the wing. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of detail on this bird. It's going to be a very detail-oriented sort of bird. And it'll still be slightly bright around the edge. Man. I definitely want to go in with some fine detail to like redo these lines a bit more precisely, because this wide brush is just not really selling it. Actually, no. I guess I can do some of it with the wider brush. Oh yeah, that's the other thing, because the shape of the neck. Yeah. All right. So it's gonna be a little awkward getting the coloration of the like the shading and the coloration to work together, because like I'll have to have 2 tones of yellow and 2 tones of red just for the subtle shading across the chest, but that's fine. Oh, speaking of the coloration, I left the coloration a mess last time I worked on it. So let's see if we can't smooth that out a little bit. I'm not literally gonna like make a gradient between the yellow and the red, but I do kind of want the tones to blend a little bit, so like kind of like that. And then I think I'll reintroduce a little bit of the yellow on the tail. Not like that, but like just a hint of yellow on the tail. More like that. Actually, not even quite as much as that, probably. Doop-a-doop. Oops, that was not supposed to go quite so far down, but not quite so far up either. Yeah, alright, this bird's starting to take shape a little bit. And then, so wait, what is happening in this section here? It looks like it's wearing something, and it's not supposed to be wearing a diaper. So, it's a little skinny. I think maybe because I made the head so big, so I'm going to dial back the head slightly. Because the head was so relatively big, it was making the rest of the body look small in comparison. But maybe that's okay. No, maybe I'll just puff out the chest a little bit. It'll be a very proud bird. It'll be a proud, oops, wrong layer. It'll be a very proud parrot. Oops, what layer is this? Oh, that's the shading layer. Yeah, so the coloration layer, yeah. Oh, hey, this is another quest chain. Yeah, I got a few quests. I didn't put any super huge quest chains in yesterday, but this is one of them. What I'm working in right now is paint.net, which is like kind of a step up from Paint. It's not a huge step up from Paint, but it is a step up a little bit. So it's not, I'm not literally drawing in Paint, but I'm also drawing like very low res art. So I've evaluated other paint programs, and I've actually even tried using some other painting programs, but this one is actually entirely sufficient for what I'm trying to accomplish, and as a result, wow, you guys are on your game. Oh, Lauren, yeah, you're really on your game, Lauren. Yeah, I'm drawing in Paint.net because it works. No, the thing I like the most about Paint.net, and the thing that like really, because like the alternative that I tried didn't have this, and it didn't like blow me away in other regards, I didn't go with it. Paint.net gives you pixel coordinates right on this bottom bar here, so like you can always, like when you're working with like art that's like as where the pixels actually matter, like the individual pixels actually matter, you can get like fine coordinates that way. Because like if you use the selection tool, it'll hey, new follower, hi FoxLT, welcome, thank you for following, I appreciate your viewership. Yeah, it gives you not just the pixel coordinates of where your brush and your canvas are sized, but also like the position and the size of your selections as well. So it's just really handy to have that information so readily accessible. So yeah. Oh wait, hold on. Sorry, just 1 second. Not that it super matters. I just don't like having my tools like positioned weirdly on screen. How's it positioned relative to the... Yeah, that's fine, whatever. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so look, hey, look, it's kind of like a parrot almost. So what do we need to do to sell this parrot? Or to like really, to make this parrot full? As parrotful as this parrot can be. Alright, so I'm going to reposition the coloration on the tail, because it's too far pulled back. I don't want to move literally the entire layer, but because like I think the chest is actually... Hey, new follower. Jar of Coffee, welcome. Thank you for following. Welcome to the channel. I think that the torso, like the coloration on the front of the bird is okay. But then like I like the yellow stripe. I just think I put it too far back. So I'm going to pull it slightly forward and down slightly. No, it doesn't need to go down further. It just needs to go here, and then now it's sticking too far out. So I need to bring it back up, like so. Yeah, I like that a little bit better. Also, I think yeah, no, it just comes too far down, and also because I pushed it over, it's covering the leg a little bit. Yeah. How does that back leg actually work? I think the leg is like connecting to the yeah. Oh, how often do I stream? I stream a lot. Yeah, like Lauren says, I stream most weekdays, and I try and do anywhere from like 30 to 50 hours a week of streaming. So like this week so far, I'm up to like, what time is it? I'm at like 30 hours so far. But I started late today, so I'll probably stream for a while today. We're only just getting started. I feel like there's something missing. There's just maybe it's brightness. I think I want to bring up the brightness a little bit. It looks a little too drab. Not like too drab, but just a little too drab. So I'm gonna so actually I'm gonna use this yellow tone. I'm actually gonna use it as the darker of the yellow tones. And so for the highlights on the yellow, I'm actually gonna bring this up even brighter. even more saturated. And stop honking. I'm gonna, yeah, I think that'll help. And I might bring up the green of the parrot too. I might like make it a slightly brighter green color. So just very, very subtle accents there. Actually, that was too high up. Because this part would be in shading, because of the wing. No, I'd want it to be like here, like that.